This has got to be one of the funniest things that's happened during this entire Hasan Kaya arc. The post reads, Sasha Grey attempts to defend Hasan, but it backfires spectacularly. Now you might recall a few days ago, she was also attempting to defend Hasan, but this one is like freaking instant fail right here. I mean, her points were already terrible to begin with, so you could argue that they were already instantly failing, but you'll see what I mean right now. Let me just play the clip for you.
I saw someone who provided info of the caller when he showed it. He took out the contact points and put electrical tape over it. I watched the same clip. There's no tape. And you can't take those points out. You cannot cut the prongs off that's what I'm saying. The cope is so hard with a lot of people on this.
Like the electric prongs are taken out of it.
But here's my thing, right?
Oh, I don't want to watch any more of this.
Okay, so obviously that's freaking hilarious. I don't know, like, there is a cut there, though. I don't know, like, when that was taken. Her shirt's different. There's a cut, but it's still hilarious. And, like, nevertheless, even if that is a little bit out of context or whatever, I mean, clearly the point is that she's willing to defend the guy and make stuff up. And then when she's verifiably proven wrong on record, suddenly, oh, I don't want to watch this. It's just peak Hasan defender right there. And for the record, for anyone who missed her original take, it was also just terrible, as I mentioned. I mean, she was saying stuff like the people criticizing Hasan are just Islamophobes, and she was making the argument that, like, you shouldn't even check on your dog if it's crying out in pain unless it's like a severe injury or something. That's paraphrased a little bit, but like not much. You can go and look the clip up for yourself. Such a bad point. And as for Hasan himself, we've got this post from only 4 minutes ago titled, Hasan tells his chat that they know the truth, and he wants them to stop asking him about the drama.
Listen, I don't know what else to say about this stuff. I don't know. It's just, please. Like, I need to do my job. Okay. There are a lot of adults in here, and there are a lot of young people in here as well that want to hear about the news. Okay. They want to hear about what's going on. Defending your favorite streamer is not advocacy or organizing. Please refocus, chatters. It's just, it's utterly irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. I know it sounds like it's the most consequential thing that's ever happened in the history of mankind, and people are really dragging it over and over again. But please, for the love of God, like, it's going to be all right. Okay. You know the truth. It doesn't matter. Like, what do you want me to do? At this stage, we have entered a new era on the internet. I've been an active watcher now, and I'm honestly disgusted. I've honestly been watching you for a while, and you kind of disappointed me. What do you mean? I got to stop reading this stuff. People like to be a part of something larger. People like to be a part of a larger movement, okay? People like to be a part of a larger movement, and very clearly this is like a big thing that all the normies have gotten on board with. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. There's not really anything I can do about it other than just keep doing what I'm doing. And hopefully people will realize that there's no accuracy or veracity to the claims being made.
Hasan does seem like he's getting noticeably more concerned about all this in this particular clip. And I think it is going back to what he mentioned about how normies are even talking about this stuff. I've seen people that I never even thought even knew who Hasan was actually talking about this and calling him out for what he did and or sharing memes about what he did. Let me know if you guys have also been noticing similar stuff like that. And this is, of course, devastating news for this guy. You know, there are people politically who keep trying to prop this guy up as their champion, as we discussed briefly in the first video of the day today. And so with all of this crumbling around Hasan, they're in panic mode more than ever. It's even a little bit deeper than that, though. You may have seen some of these absurd articles that corpo journalists have written, really trying to prop Hasan up as this like masculine political commentator that they want to support, and they try and push him in their articles. Twitch is pushing him all the time, promoting this dude, defending this dude, you know. Basically, you have all these various groups that politically agree with Hasan, and they keep trying to prop him up, and like also trying to make him seem like this masculine figure that they're so desperately in need of. And then when that same person then gets exposed for hurting his own dog and abusing animals, it just completely destroys that narrative that they've been so desperately trying to craft for years now. In post-production, I think I could have worded that all a little bit better, but I think you guys get the point, so I'm not going to redo it. I'm also kind of short on time today. Which takes us to the next clip. Hasan gets called out by a 40-month subscriber for being evasive.
Meanwhile, right-wing figures are literally doing, okay? They're doing, and nothing matters. On the right, it don't matter. This isn't to say that like there shouldn't be a limit. You know what I mean? I'm just saying be a little bit more, exercise a little bit more critical thought. Then be better yourself. Maybe have a dog and it not be a part of your persona if you don't want to fucking question when you're evasive. You're no different than the GOP. You're a 40-month subscriber and you think I'm like the grand old party because I won't just sit there and be like, you guys are right. I'm actually abusive to my dog. This is unironically what I was talking about. Like, please exercise a little bit of critical thinking. Just a little bit, just for like a second. And I think you will realize that maybe you're not behaving correctly about this. Because if you're a 40-month subscriber, you've been here long enough that you know this is ridiculous.
And lastly, going back to good old Yeet over here on Twitter, we've got Hasan explains why the big streamers are scared to come out against Asmongold. No big streamer is ever going to come out. Every big streamer who opposes his worldview is utterly terrified of his audience.
Zach is always copying your language, always using the words in the wrong places, but it won't matter until someone like a big streamer said, take 1 minute to go and undermine the streamer right now, and 10x more people would nip it in the bud than the few starting it. Every smear has a potential to slow down or stagger progression. What do you mean? Yeah, no big streamer is ever going to come out and be like, Asmongold is ridiculous for saying these sorts of things. I'm gonna tell you exactly why they won't. I think you already know. Because every big streamer who actually opposes his worldview are utterly fucking terrified of his audience. Okay? That's it. They're 100% terrified of his audience because his fan base does not have any fucking, they don't have any restraint. They've realized that they can just like go after anyone and everyone and name them, shame them, smear them, take clips out of context, constantly yell in their chats, go to every other chat and demand that the other streamers talk about this new victim in the crosshairs. You know, so that is the reason. That is the reason why no one will actually come out and oppose any of his viewpoints, even if they quietly oppose it. And it's not just Asmongold, to be fair. It's not just Asmongold at all. There are plenty of other, like there's a bunch of kick streamers that do the same shit too. It just doesn't really matter. And I mean, look, I'm one of the very few people out there who does actually oppose a lot of streamers when they do fuck shit. And look how much I eat it on a daily basis.
It's just funny hearing Hasan talk about how he's like criticizing streamers who do bad things. Like he'll be the one to do that. But when this guy so much as gets a shred of criticism from people like Charlie, he makes like a 2-minute crash out calling him a freaking idiot and saying that Charlie should have messaged him first, which everyone, of course, began to think about the whole Ludwig situation. According to my recollection, Ludwig had a video with some of the most minor criticism possible towards Hasan. And then like a day later or so, the video's suddenly missing. And so people began to recently speculate. It seemed like Hasan had like messaged Ludwig and was like telling him to take the video down or something, to which Ludwig then seemingly cowardly capitulated to Hasan's demands. Which takes me to the final point. At the end of that clip, Hasan says that he eats it on a daily basis. And it's like, bro, when you're doing stuff like that and all of the terrible stuff around this Kaya situation, how can you not expect for people to criticize you and to talk about that stuff? I mean, of course they will. Except this time, unlike the Ludwig situation, he can't get everyone to stop talking about it. He's had his group of LA streamer, privileged LA streamers that are running defense for him, but it's clearly not really helping his case. Actually, it's kind of making it much worse for him. And so now here we are. But yeah, that's all the time I got for today. Let me know what you think about all the stuff in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed my coverage. See you in the comments and in the next one.